What's the word, you two? What's the word, you thizzle? What's the word, you tizzle? What's the word, you hit it? What's going on, man? Hey, man, today, man, now we got Elvis post-Army interview. I just got done watching Viva Las Vegas. That should be up coming very soon. It's on my Patreon right now, but YouTube most likely will have it blocked, so it will be early accessible on my Patreon. I seen that you guys wanted me to watch the post-Army interview. If you don't know, I'm in the military. I'm in the Marines. That's why sometimes I be cussing a lot. I be trying not to cuss too much though. But for y'all that don't know, I'm in the Marines. I'm active duty. I get out 2023. Let's go ahead and get straight to it though. My goal is to start making so much money and my other assets that the military will kick me out, because there's a rumor that if you make too much money outside the Marine Corps, the Marine Corps will get rid of you. With that being said, let's get to this video. Post-Army interview.
Always ready.
Okay, we're going to start, and this is not part of the questioning, but did you get the black-eyed peas when you got home?
I haven't eaten anything yet.
Haven't eaten anything.
No. I've just been looking around more or less since I've been back.
Now, get down to...
Next day, Elvis made reports for a press conference. He said,
Ready to go?
shit is loud as hell. Let me see.
Ready? Ready when you are.
1960.
I'm always ready.
Okay, we're going to start, and this is not part of the questioning, but did you get the black-eyed peas when you got home?
I haven't eaten anything yet.
Haven't eaten anything.
No. I've just been looking around more or less since I've been back.
Now, get down to the serious side of it, Elvis. Now that the Army's part of the past, can you give us in detail some of your future plans?
Before he say that, how long was he in the Army for? Let me look this up. I'm curious. How long was he in the Army? So he spent 2 years in the Army. He became a sergeant. He spent 2 years at Arkansas. He left active duty at Fort Dix, New Jersey, and received his discharge from the Army Reserve on March 1964. So he was in the Army for 2 years. Okay.
Well, the first thing I have to do is to cut some records. And then after that, I have the television show with Frank Sinatra. And then I have the picture with Mr. Wallace. And after that, I have two for 20th Century Fox. And after that, heaven knows, I don't. I suppose it'll keep me busy the rest of this year, you know. After that, I don't know.
Well, Elvis, now you're really home. How does it feel?
It's pretty hard to describe, I'll tell you. It's hard to get used to, you know. I mean, I've been looking forward to it for 2 years, and all of a sudden, here it is. It's not easy to adjust to it.
Man, that's how I'm gonna be, bro. Like, I remember when I was in boot camp, and then it's like, bro, in boot camp, you get isolated from the world, bro, especially in the Marine Corps. Other branches, you get to have your phone, but in the Marine Corps, you 13 weeks straight, like, no phone, no nothing. I wasn't even getting letters, so I was, like, just out there for, like, 3 months, bro. 3 months. It felt like forever, bro. I felt like it was never going to end. It's like you can't wait to leave, bro. You can't wait to leave. And then you finally leave and you get home. And it's weird. I remember on the way back home, right? Because nobody came to my graduation, so I had to, like, get home. The Marine Corps made sure I got home. But, so, we graduated and whatnot. And then that same day, they kick you out. Well, they don't kick you out, but you get your stuff and you leave. And it was weird because it's like, all right, now I'm a Marine. I've been so used to marching around everywhere and having a drill instructor around that you finally get free from them, and then it's weird because you get so detached from reality, bro. I was at a train station on the way back home, and I was with one of the guys that I graduated with, and we was literally walking down the street next to cars and everything, and it was so weird. Like, it was so hard to get used to. It was so different. Walking, it was like the same day graduation, bro. Just walking down a busy street was like crazy, bro. I'm thinking about it right now. This was crazy. So I know what he mean when he say that. I got 2 more years. I can't wait to get out, bro.
Now that you are back, as you look back on your 2 years in the service, what was the most important thing that happened to you during your 2 years, whether it was overseas or here in the States?
Well, there were a number of things that happened. Had quite a few interesting experiences.
I want to see him in
Slept
camis.
out in the snow.
I want to see him in
rations,
uniform.
all the regular things.
Let me see.
But I suppose the biggest thing of all is the fact that I did make it. I made it just like everybody. I mean, I tried to play it straight, you know, like everybody else.
So this is him in uniform.
And I made a lot of friends that I never would have made otherwise. And
That's a fact.
all in all, it's been a pretty good experience. You know.
That's a fact, man. You definitely meet friends that you never even think that you gonna make. Like, and then the crazy thing is, everybody will meet that friend. Like, everybody will meet that person that's just like them. Like, you will meet your best of friends, and then the military like separates y'all. Like, everybody has the same thing. Everybody has the same story. Like, you meet people that you get real close with, real cool with, and then they get stationed across the country, across the globe. Man, it's crazy because everybody can vouch for that. Everybody. Even he can vouch for it. He was in for 2 years. So that's why I advise people, don't I say you just do it just to get that experience, just to take a pause in your life, man, and join the military. You don't got to do 4 years. The Army lets you do 2 years, and the Marine Corps, we got to do at least 4. I'm doing 4. I got 2 more to go. And the Army, you can just do 2. If I was in the Army, I would have been out. And the Army, I say you just do it. Just take a pause on having fun and whatnot. Come sit down and do 2 years, and then go back to being free. You get the benefits and everything. And what was I gonna say? And you will meet people, like, you don't even know it, but you will meet people that's like, you will get real close with, man. Friends like forever type stuff.
Elvis, you still have time to serve now for Uncle Sam. Have you given any thought as to where you're going to serve your reserve training?
Well, sir, I will be on the reserve status here in Memphis at the reserve center here. But they have a clause which covers people with traveling jobs. If you have a traveling job, or if you live too far away from the reserve center, they put you on standby. Whereas you don't have to make their meetings, but you are subject to be called in any emergency or anything of that nature.
Elvis, one of your future commitments, as you mentioned, is the Frank Sinatra show on the ABC television network. Do you have any idea of when this will be aired?
I really don't know the exact date. I would imagine it's somewhere around the 1st of May.
If you'll forgive me, I have one other part to my question. We understand, speaking of Frank Sinatra, that there has been some rumor about Nancy Sinatra and yourself. Is there a romance in the making here?
No, sir, I'm afraid not. I only met her in Fort Dix. And she gave me a gift from Frank. And it was very brief. I think she's engaged to Tommy Sands. I don't think he would appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
Do you think the music has changed since you've been out of the service? I mean, since you've been in the service?
Possibly, yes. I can't say, really. I haven't been here long enough to even know. Excuse me. The only thing I can say is that if it has changed, well, I would be foolish not to try to change with it, you know. But as of now, I have no reason to change anything.
As to your acting, you have stated you would like to be a more serious actor. And do you plan to possibly go to some school or some dramatic school?
Well, it wouldn't hurt me any to go to school, but I learn best by experience. I never was very good in schools of any kind. And it's going to take me a long time and a lot of experience.
But that is your ultimate ambition?
But as at the present time, it really is. That's what I want to do.
Elvis, you were asked about Nancy Sinatra. How about any romance? Did you leave any heart, shall we say, in Germany?
Not any special one. There was a little girl that I was seeing quite often over there. That her father was in the Air Force, and actually they only got over there about 2 months before I left. I was seeing her, and she was at the airport when I left, and there were some pictures made of her, but it was no big romance. I mean, the stories came out, the girl he left behind, and all that. It wasn't like that. I mean, I had to be careful when I answer a question.
Elvis, in your service life, which did you find the most difficult, when you went into basic training, or when you got over into Germany, over with the experienced soldiers? Which
Basic training, for
gave you the hardest
sure.
time?
Well, basic training wasn't hard for me at all.
For real.
It was harder afterwards, after I had gotten into a regular outfit. Not the service itself, but just the surroundings, and I was in a strange land, and the outfit I was in, they had quite a bit of field duty. We stayed in the field 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And it gets cold in Germany. It snows quite a bit. And it was pretty hard to adjust to.
One thing further.
Bro, look, that's the thing too, man. I'm glad I ain't been on no ITX. Cause field is not fun for real. You know what I'm saying? In the field, you don't even get like, bro, you be eating MREs like every day. You eat MREs every day, bro. Like every deployment that we go on, we work it every day. Like you don't get weekends off for real. You know what I'm saying? Like at least mini deployment. I know as far as in-country deployments, any in-country deployment we do, you are working 7 a.m., 7 p.m. every day. It don't matter if you're out there for a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 months. It's every day, every single day. Every single day.
On that,
And that's not even, I'm not even talking, that's not even field. That's not even in the field. He's talking about he was 6 months in the field. It's not fun.
do you have any advice for the boys your age who are now going to have to put in a certain amount of duty with in the service?
Well, the only thing I can say is to play it straight and to do your best, because you can't fight them. They've never lost yet, you know? And you can't fight them. So you can make it easier, you can make it hard on yourself. I mean, if you play it straight, get the people on your side, let them know you're trying, as the Army would say, you've got it made. And if you're going to try to be an individual or try to be different, you're going to go through 2 years of misery.
It's crazy because everything that he's saying still applies to this day. Like, that's one thing you hear a lot. Like, don't be an individual. Definitely, like, military stands on that. They don't like individuals, man. Military says individuals get you killed, man. Being an individual can get, like, other people killed. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely stand on the same principles. And that's cool hearing him say that, because that's a very well said, loudly spoken thing especially your first year in the Marine Corps, your first 6 months in the my fault, not Marine Corps, but military, is don't stand out, don't be an individual. Definitely can get somebody else hurt.
Elvis, when do you think you'll record again? When you do you think you'll lean toward the ballad type music or more upbeat sound?
Well, as far as when I'll record, I really don't know. Possibly this week or next week. And what I'll record, I don't know yet. I've got quite a few songs to choose from. I've collected over the 2 years, but I don't know exactly what type or what instruments I'll use. Whether it be the Firestone Orchestra or Monty Bonnie or what. I really don't know yet. Shoot.
You said that at the train that you wanted to get back to what you were doing, and of course that is singing and entertaining. And I take it from that you really enjoy what you're doing or what you were doing before you went to service.
Oh, yes, I do. In fact, that was the hardest part of the entire military service, is being away from it.
Being away from the fans.
Just being away from show business altogether. That was the hardest part of all. It wasn't the Army, it wasn't the other men. It was that. It stayed on my mind. I kept thinking about the past all the time, contemplating the future. And
Elvis,
that was the hardest part.
we know your family status has changed since you went into service. Are you going to keep Graceland? Do you have plans of moving away from Memphis? Or what?
No, sir, I have no plans for leaving Memphis.
Are you going to keep Graceland?
Man, he love Memphis, man.
I'm going to keep Grayson as long as I possibly can.
Well, was this Christmas tree a surprise?
Well, since it's March, it's a little surprise. That's the tree we used in 1957.
Damn, it's 3 years
We
later.
gave the Christmas tree long enough about your tonsils and the tonsillectomy that you were contemplating while you were in the service. Did you deliberately ask that it be held off until
Hey,
you
I'm gonna
got
show
to
y'all.
the United
I'm gonna show y'all what I keep looking at real quick because I know I keep looking over here. It's because people keep walking past my car. I'm gonna show y'all what's over there real quick. Let me show you. Just in case you're ever curious or whatever. Let me show you. So what I'm looking at is right here. There's people walking past and whatnot. That's my car right there. And I got a balcony. There's people walking past and everything. I will be doing an apartment tour very soon too, by the way. Very soon. You feel me?
United States and the local doctor?
No, sir,
Or did they improve that much?
I didn't ask that. They don't like to perform surgery of any kind in Europe. They don't like to. If it's an emergency, they will.
Wow.
But I took penicillin and wonder drugs or whatever they call it.
You
And I
had
got
no
okay.
recurrence, huh?
I had 2 attacks of tonsillitis when I was there.
Elvis, did you like the food over there outside of the Army? When you would go out, did you like that type of food?
That's a good question.
I never went out. So
For real?
You never ate out at the restaurant?
I never ate in a restaurant the entire time I was in general. It's funny. I either ate in the mess hall or at home. One of the two. I never went anywhere while I was in Europe except to Paris. I went to Paris and on a leave, and that was all.
Now, how did the fans respond to you over there as compared to here in the States?
Well, it's a pretty difficult question to answer because anything I'll say, it might sound a little like I'm bragging, you know. But it was pretty much the same there as here.
They had seen a lot.
Man, I would be, but that has to be like uncomfortable, bro. To be like Elvis, and then to be having like military like rules that you have to abide by, and then being overseas and being like this celebrity and being famous, and you still have to be back on base at a certain time. You can't leave by yourself. If you do leave base, you have to take somebody with you. Things like that. I feel like it definitely will probably humble you, because especially if you're in the military, you coming from celebrity to the military. I don't think the average celebrity can just like not be an individual. Like you literally, like it's not even about you. Like like you're not special pretty much. You know what I'm saying, when you're in the military. So it's probably has to be weird to like be getting all that love and stuff, and then when you come back to the military, you getting told what to do, and you gotta follow these rules and stuff like that. Probably annoying. That's just my perspective though, cause I know me, I don't really like being told like what to do and stuff like that. That's why I'm really striving to get out the military. I don't think nobody likes being told what to do.
Out of your movies.
And the records and so forth. I'd like to go back on a tour over there someday, all of Europe, because the only thing they know about me is what they've read,
Yeah.
records and the movies and so forth.
Elvis, this is not in the form of a question, but I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you home for everybody in Memphis and the South.
Well, thank you. You'll never know how happy I am to be here. Somebody asked me this morning, what did I miss about Memphis, and I said everything.
I asked that question on the train this morning, and we used it several times. And you said anything you mentioned about Memphis that I missed that much.
Well, sir, I've been here for quite a while, about 14 or 15 years now. I pretty well know Memphis. I thought I did, but I drove home. You know.
John, if you get any more now, I'd like to start charging you.
Elvis, how did it feel to come all the way into the station on the train for the first time?
Huh?
How did it feel to come all the way to your destination on the train?
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
question.
couldn't believe it. I couldn't. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Escape and evasion, they call it in the Army. But, I don't know. I mean, I was hoping there'd be some, people there at the station. And I knew there'd be a lot of my friends there, my, personal friends. And I wanted to come into the station. I wouldn't have gotten up anywhere else, I mean, this time is different.
If we'd only known that yesterday.
How long do you think you will be back in Memphis recuperating or getting adjusted back to civilian life?
I would say a couple of weeks. That's about.
Okay, is that all?
Damn. Hey, it's dope watching Elvis just to see how genuine and real he was, and to see like him from my own perspective and my own eyes, and not just article and movies and like cartoons and stuff like that, and just having my own opinion on him, like my own judgment, and just seeing this young man evolve into who he turned out to be was like, that's the most spectacular thing about it. Seeing him, he looked like he was around my age at this time, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing his how he well spoken, very intellectual, very smart. Kind of reminds me of me in a lot of ways. Man, it's real nice. I can see him being in the Army too. I can definitely see him like playing his role, just being humble, being in the Army, doing what he got to do, fitting in, getting up through the ranks and whatnot. I don't see him being like a super gun-ho, like motivated, like super fit dude or nothing like that. But I could see him doing what's necessary. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him doing like 25 pull-ups, 18-minute 3-mile run, 130 crunches and stuff like that. I don't see him doing that, but I can see him being like right where he needs to be in order to get his time out the way. They was kind of talking about it like he just did a jail sentence or something. But it's definitely not fun though. But he got to go overseas. A lot of people in the military, especially Marine Corps, won't get to go overseas because the Marine Corps it's not that many bases. So he got to do something I didn't even get to do yet. I want to go overseas for sure. I want to go overseas on a deployment. Go overseas, man. I'm out though, man. Like, subscribe, comment. More bangers coming every single day for y'all, man. If I don't upload, it's cause 3 reasons. I physically can't. My job won't let me. So like I'm like too busy occupied. Or YouTube won't let me. I'm gone, man. Much love, y'all. I just hit 4,000 subscribers. Amazing achievement. This is just the beginning. I'm almost halfway to 10,000. I'm out. Let's go. I just hit 4,000, bro. Let's go.